This is a tutorial for calculating basic descriptive statistics in Excel. So the first thing we want to do is highlight our column of interest, in this case height, copy it, and move it to a new spreadsheet. So that's what I've done here. We then want to create a separate column with identifiers for each of the descriptive statistics we're interested in calculating. So for this tutorial, we'll be calculating the mean, the standard deviation, the first interquartile, the median, the third interquartile, the interquartile range, the minimum value, maximum value, and the total count. So first off, to calculate the mean, we first want to enter in an equal because we're going to be inputting a function. So in the cell right next to the mean designator, I enter in an equal sign and then type average in all caps. I then use open close parentheses, and in between the parentheses we want to put our actual values. And we can do this simply by selecting the column with the values of interest, hitting return, and we get our average value. For standard deviation, again, we start with an equal sign because we're inputting a function, and then we type in STDEV for standard deviation, open close parentheses, and then again within the parentheses we want to put our values. So we select our column of interest and hit return. For the first interquartile, type in equal, quartile, open parentheses. We want to input our data, so we select our column, and we have to also indicate which quartile we want. So after our data we put a comma, and then for the first quartile we want to put 1. Close parentheses, hit return. For the median, again we start with an equal, we type in median, open close parentheses, and then again in between our parentheses we put our data by selecting the column, hitting return. For the third quartile, equal, again we're using the quartile function, open parentheses, input our data, but this time we want the third quartile, so we hit comma 3, close parentheses, return. For the interquartile range, we can simply take the difference between Q3 and Q1. And the way we can do that is we do equal, select Q3, put a minus, select Q1, and hit return. For minimum, we do equal min, open close parentheses, in between the parentheses, put our column values, hit return. For maximum, equal max, open close parentheses, in between the parentheses we put our column data by selecting the column and return. Now finally count, we again do equal, type in count, open close parentheses, and in between count, put our data, collect return.